Well, hello folks, welcome to the start of Season 7 here at RFC Liege. I am the Custard Prophet. Really excited to have another crack at this league to see if perhaps we can do a little bit better. So we are starting up in Season 7 after a really tough Season 6, but we survived. The transfer window has gone interestingly. Something occurred in it which I guess was probably very likely to occur, and I guess you lot can all figure out what that might be, and we'll have a look at that in a second. As you can see, the start of the new season has not gone well at all in terms of pre-season friendlies. We haven't played that many of them, but we've lost them both away at lower division clubs, which isn't great. It's not great at all. We will be coming back today against Genk, who are a team that, where are they expected to finish? Let's have a look. Wow, so we are predicted to come bottom. The promoted sides, Liege, who were promoted, the other Eupen managed to win in the playoff, the relegation playoffs, so they did all right. So we are fighting with Kortrijk and Vasslam Beveren, it looks like, for these bottom spots, and Liege are predicted to do quite well. All of that is a bit of a worry. I hadn't seen that. We're playing Genk, who are going to, or potentially will finish fourth if they manage to do what they're expected to do. So let's have a look at the transfers, and we'll get that over with. Okay, right, let's look at the outs, and your eyes will fixate on one of them, but I'm not going to talk about that one straight away. Let's go through the others, and then we will address the elephant in the room. So out, Alexis Brunet, this guy came through our youth system, left on a free. A little frustrated that I couldn't get anything more out of this, but he didn't want to sign a new contract, and his contract ran out, so there we go. But it is what it is there. Other player out of the door for a bit of money, Jacques Masson. I think he had a couple of games for us. No, he didn't. I'm lying. But he was a good youngster, I felt. And I thought we could have got something more out of him. He looked pretty good. But, you know, he wanted to move on. And so I let him go. I think we've got other players that we can focus development on. Antoine Flamme, who is a upcoming striker. It looks like he's got a lot of the attributes in the right places apart from his speed. That is a bit of an issue, but he has gone on loan to RFC Liege. We're getting a bit of money from the loan, and I think that will work quite well, and hopefully he will develop, getting some first team football. But yes, I can see it. Diogo has gone to Liverpool. There were many offers coming in for this young man, and yeah, in the end he went to Liverpool. We got, I think, a good deal out of it. There's a load of you can see it's £6 million rising to potentially £11.25 million, which would be huge if we could get that. So he's on loan at Sporting Kansas City at the minute, and we did try and loan him in, but they weren't interested in loaning him back to us, which is a little bit frustrating. This is what we have against in the Diogo deal. So in addition to the £6 million up front, we also have 2 instalments of 1.4 million, which is pretty good. We have a 40% of the profit made on his next transfer will be owed to us, which I think is a bloody good one, because this guy could go for a heck of a lot of money potentially. I reckon he could be right up there. We also get £350,000 per game for his next 10 appearances, which is pretty good. Hopefully he gets in the team. And we'll get £1.7 million if he gets an international appearance, and we get a friendly against Liverpool to boot. So all in all, I think we've done all right, and it was the board who accepted this, not me. But that is what we had to do. So how have we gone about replacing the mighty Diogo? Well, let's have a look who we bought in. Now, the first player to came in right at the end of the last season, and you will know who this player is. It's Isaac Asante. We have him on a permanent transfer. I think this is a good signing. He's certainly developed significantly since he was last with us, but he gives us a bunch of cover all the way across midfield and up front. He can play pretty much everywhere. I think that's a really important skill to have, or important sort of player to have in the squad, who can just be very, very flexible, particularly when we have players in these front three spots. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I was really happy to see he was available and that he was interested, and we're only paying £1.2 thousand per week, which I think is a really good deal. So additional players who've come in, you can see actually we've not completely been desperate for the loans. Actually, we've only got one loan in at the minute, and so I will be looking to increase that. I definitely think we need a few additional players. But so Arthur Ponte, who is on a free. I think this guy, again, very decent centre-back. He's got pace. Attributes look pretty good. He will be starting. I think he's certainly a step up from anything else we've got in the side. Obviously not as good as Diogo, but a step up from most of the other things. So I think a 25-year-old... he was at Lommel last season in the division below, which is, suggests where we are, but I think he's certainly better than we've got. Alongside him, we got this lad in who will provide some backup. He also can play in that defensive midfield role, and it may be that we have to go to sort of playing that, but I think he's not bad. He's not a bad player. There's some aspects of his game that look a little bit dicey. The composure attribute, anticipation and concentration could all be much, much higher than they are, but I think he'll provide some good backup there, and he's got a little bit more experience than some of the other lads we've got. So another couple of signings. Pedro Silva on loan from where was that? Anderlecht, I think. No, Standard Liège. I think this guy looks a beast, a real good option in that central midfield position. So he'll be getting a bunch of games undoubtedly, and he will be very much helping us over the line, I think. So he was bought in for just £900,000 from Standard. He brought in from STVV, had a loan spell at Châteauroux in France where he played quite well, and this is his first chance at top division football. So we are going to give him that and give him a good few games. And another player to give us a little bit more options on the side, of the wings, as one calls them, is this lad, and he is rapid. Nothing else, he can run with the ball, and he's also got pretty good dribbling and crossing attributes. His passing could be improved, but I think he is a pretty decent signing. And 3 stars looks a bit harsh there. He was at SC Lyon in France, French National League, which I think is their... is that the one below the second division? Did well for them. And he was also been at STVV in Belgium and played a few games for Standard Liège as well. So he's been about, not playing an awful lot of games, but I think he will play a few for us today, this season. And that's what we've got so far. I think, as I say, there is going to be additional players coming in, but we will have to work with what we have. The worry is, as I said, we've lost our first couple of games quite poorly against Mechelen and Club Brugge NXT. So that is a big disappointment for the boys, but we're hoping that that's just a bit of an aberration and we can come into this Genk game and maybe play a bit better football. I've no idea how we'll survive with no Diogo in the side, but let's pick the side and let's get into this game against Genk. Okay, so team we are going with here, we have Bio up top. I should have mentioned that Babacar Leye has signed a new contract, so we've got a good replacement there. Masek is going to be playing on the left side. He is improving rapidly. He's very, very fast, so I think he is going to be probably our first team left midfielder, at least to start with, this young Czech player through our youth system. Asante is going to go on the right. We're going to play Silva in the centre for now. Very, very good player, playing as a shadow striker, but we may change that role. This might is a little bit of a worry, and I think we need to improve this area here. Fadiga and Asana playing next to each other. Koida at the back, at left back. Deschamps is at right back. Castan, I haven't shown you that he has left. He's left on a free, and in the centre we got Ponte and Abel Jans with Gofan in goal. So let me know what you think of the team. Let me know what you think we are going to do this season, and we will get into the game. We are so early. I don't even know how early we are. Right, I'll meet you at the game. Right then, here we go. This is going to be a challenge. Hopefully the young players that we've got can make a little bit of a difference. We are going to still play Asana in there, which is, I think, a bit of a risk. He's fairly immobile these days, but he is able to play sort of decent football back there. So I'm excited about seeing how Asante does now he's back at the club. I think his versatility could be key, and the new defender in Ponte. And we'll see how he deals with being the key defender. We've got Mercer on as another option, but we've also got some great youngsters as well. Let's not forget about that. But we're going with this, and undoubtedly we'll see some of those youngsters as the season progresses. Right, Asana has the ball here into Fadiga. That's a pretty abysmal ball there, but they have straight through us. Come on, defence. Well, that's a terrible, terrible shot, but the defence looked all at sea there. We've not seen an awful lot from the Liege boys early days. Deschamps into Fadiga. Nicely done. Asana round the corner. Fadiga's got it. Into Asana. He plays it wide. Oh, so a quite poor ball that was. Very loopy and just gave. Oh, Paul Anuachu finds the bottom corner, and that was well done, I have to say. It was, they pounced on a mistake from Asana, and that is all they needed. Well, it's a chance here, maybe. Can we find the man? Fadiga. The ball is cleared, so it looks like they're going on another rampage. They've gone through our defence as if it's not there. We need to do something about this. Goalkeeper does well, though. Gets in the way. I think what we are going to do is we're just going to bring Asana back into that role for now. We'll play him as a central midfielder on attack, deep line playmaker on support, and we'll go with that. Maybe Asana can be a bit more effective when he hasn't got to move around quite as much as he apparently needs to. Well, a nice headed clearance. So they are 1-0 up, and we have looked fairly useless. Right, another ball loss from Masech this time. But we've got it back. Deschamps into Fadiga. Asana. Nice ball. That's better. Bio around the corner. And Masech, he could have made a name for himself and got himself a goal there. Good opportunity. So I'm hoping that he might prove to be a good asset on that left side. He feels he's someone who deserves big contracts. He thinks he's bloody superb. Let's see if he can live up to those rather high personal expectations. Let's fire him up. Let's get him. Right, so we're not really creating an awful lot. Should we play a little bit with a bit more width? Just take that work the ball in the box off for now. And just see if that can create one or two more chances for us. Koida, and that's a pretty abysmal header, but he's got it. But somehow we didn't get the ball there. That's frustrating. But that's well done. Silva, beautiful turn around the corner. Oh no, Bio, you should be getting that, mate. That was a brilliant pass from Silva. And we haven't got it. Silva, I feel he's going to be important for us this season. Balls like that. Right, we're going to have to make some changes. I think Sante. Let's bring Mbayo on. Let's see if he can do something. Masech is looking knackered, so we'll put Mbayo on that side. Bring on Taibi, who is a decent player, I think. I maybe give him a little bit more. Go positive for the last few minutes. Can we create one chance right at the end? It's a better second half, a much, much better second half when we went to this sort of formation with the ball-winning midfielder. We had two really, really good chances in there. They had a few good chances as well. I'm certainly not saying we deserved to win that, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. A 1-0 loss. I think we need to do a bit of tweaking to the tactic to get this team playing well. I think we might go with that defensive midfielder to try and shore up that. I don't think Sana is the man to do that. I don't think he's good enough anymore. So we need to think about maybe bringing a loanee defensive midfielder in to play just behind these two, who I think are very good. And then we've got good options up front. We just need to get them scoring goals. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. It's another loss for Liège, but I think there's enough positives to take out there that maybe we could pick up some points in the not too distant future. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new. And I will see you next time as we move on a few games into the future. I'll see you then. Goodbye.